No intro, no intro. We just going straight into it, man. We just going straight into it. I'm gonna be honest with all you. I'm gonna be honest with you, my little degenerates. I'm not in a good mood. All right, I'm sad, degenerate today. All right, let's talk about this goddamn Marvel Studios. Kevin Feige, brother, what the fuck is going on with you, bro? What the fuck are you doing? I'm tight. For the last few fucking days, I just been sitting here thinking about, the MCU after watching Thor: Love and Thunder, and I feel like Homelander when he was watching Dawn of the Sevens fucking movie at the theater, and everyone's like enjoying themselves, having a good ball, and I'm just like dead, silent, dead face. That's me, bro. Like, after watching Thor: Love and Thunder, Miss Marvel, and all this bullshit, I just have to be honest. Phase 4 of Marvel has to be the most inconsistent, most aimless, most unfocused Marvel I've ever seen. The most unfocused phase I've ever seen, bro. Like, what the fuck? And I blame a lot of this because of what Kevin Feige said in 2019, I want to say, of Comic-Con. He said, we are now going to have directors have more say in what they want to do in the MCU. And as soon as he said that, I was kind of like, that's cool. And I was excited. But now watching these Marvel stuff, I gotta just be honest, man. Like, this is not the way, man. And a lot of my issues come down to directors getting more of a say into stuff. Now listen, I'm not saying directors should not have a voice in things, but when you are going strictly off the base of fucking characterization, how characters was before movies, when you're fucking with continuity, when there's no setup for what's to come of the MCU, then there's a fucking problem, There's a reason why people are like, Phase 4 just seems like it's not setting up anything. There are some things that's setting up, like Young Avengers, maybe Secret War, maybe Midnight Suns, all these shits that are probably being set up. And that's the thing, they're probably being set up. You look back at Phase 1 Marvel, you constantly got hit that the Avengers were coming. As much as it hurt certain movies like Iron Man 2. I would say it hurt Iron Man 2. But at least you had a roadmap on what was to come. This fucking phase is all over the place. Directors are doing whatever the fuck they want and not complying to the MCU. And again, I know people's going to be like, well, you're a hypocrite. In your other videos, you said you would like that. But when you have a movie like Love and Thunder that literally shits on the character development of Thor and make him this wandering buffoon who's just like a fucking idiot, basically Johnny Bravo, and he's basically destroying and you're retconning shit just to make the story work, it's bullshit, Look, Thor: Love and Thunder is trying to be a comedy and it's not even fucking funny, And the thing that hurts me the most and why I'm still thinking about it up to this day, and I talked about it to multiple people, the reason why this shit bothers me so much is because I fucking read Jason Aaron's run of Thor. I love Jason Aaron's run on Thor. It was fucking cool. He was barely on Earth. He was doing his shit. his run on fucking Thor was fucking awesome, man. Gore the God Butcher is way more intimidating and way more cooler in the comic books. You have fucking Christian Bale playing the most coolest fucking villain, the most interesting villain fucking Thor has ever fought, and he's just fucking boring. He's barely in the fucking movie, and everything's taken as a joke. Like, what is this? What the fuck is this shit? And again, no disrespect on Taika Waititi. I love Ragnarok, but if you're gonna adapt to me, two of his most iconic storylines, don't have them be fucking jokes and fucking silly one-liners and quips. Have it be serious. Have it have something to say about Thor. This movie has nothing to say about Thor except, oh, he's aimless. He's a wanderer. He's aimless. He has no purpose. What the fuck? His purpose is to be a fucking guardian, bro. Like, whatever, bro. And it's just like dumb writing. It's just directors just coming in and doing whatever the fuck they want. You know, I look at Chloe Zhao, you know, again, bless that woman's heart. She came in, did a Marvel project, Eternals. Eternals is a nothing burger. That movie feels like it could have been any fucking standard movie and just throw together. It just, you could tell it's someone has a unique vision, but in terms of what it has to say about the MCU and what it adds to the MCU, what's the fucking point of that movie? Like, what? Like, what is the fucking point to that movie, bro? I don't know, man. It's like, and then, you know, you got Miss Marvel, which is by far a fun show. I really enjoyed it. And then she's a mutant. She's the first mutant, and it's like, I know the fucking writer of Miss Marvel's come out and was like, well, actually, I always wanted her to be a mutant. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. All right? You made the character Inhuman. The Inhumans have been getting shit on for the last few decades now. Now, ever since Marvel decided to do the fucking Inhuman show, and Kevin Feige decided to kill off Black Bolt in fucking Multiverse of Madness. It's like, bruh, it's like Inhumans have been getting shit on, and so now that Miss Marvel's mutant, what the fuck does that mean for the MCU? Does that mean that the X-Men are gonna pick her up? And before anybody says, well, of course the X-Men are not gonna come and interact and make her a fucking X-Men. Dummies, stupids. I'm gonna need y'all to think. If she's the gateway to the fucking X-Men, she's considered the first mutant, you don't think the X-Men are not gonna come and pay her a visit? Just like what would happen if it was vice versa with the Inhumans? I don't want that shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, it would be weird. She has never, besides her interactions with Wolverine, Miss Marvel has nothing to do with fucking X-Men or mutants. You know, and I understand that there are some mutants that don't fuck with the X-Men, but it's still fucking, you gotta understand how they're gonna play this. I can't imagine the X-Men existing and not once does Miss Marvel does not introduce us, the audience, to the X-Men. I can't imagine that. And that would be fucking weird, bruh. Fucking weird, bruh. Like, it's just dumb shit, bruh. And it's just like, again, going back to the director's thing, it's like, you just can't have directors just come in and do whatever the fuck they want to do, bro. And I know people's gonna be like, well, you like that for Sam Raimi. I like it to Sam Raimi, but up until a certain point where Sam Raimi has even come out and said, well, I didn't fucking watch WandaVision. And the writer of fucking Multiverse of Madness said, we didn't watch WandaVision. Which is baffling to me. This is why I can understand, after watching the movie for the third time, I can understand why so many of the Wanda fans have so much a complaint about how Wanda's portrayed in this. Because if you watch WandaVision, you got the sense of a woman grieving. And the show takes its time to explain Wanda's grief and why certain things in the show is happening. In this fucking movie, It's just like, if you didn't watch WandaVision, you're just like, oh, crazy bitch got a fucking evil book. The fuck? And it's all because you don't have vision in the fucking movie. I said it again in my video. I love that Wanda is the fucking villain of the movie. But my biggest issue of that movie is that vision is not in the fucking movie, bruh. Like, I love that they went full on villain for her, but you needed that. I feel like to really sympathize with Wanda, you needed vision there. Vision is her anchor, is her fucking heart, her soul. Like, have him be in that movie, and he's not mentioned, he's not referenced, anything, bruh. And it's weird, bruh. It is stupid, and it's because these directors are coming in and doing whatever the fuck they want. And listen, you know, I look at DC, you know, let me use an analogy for DC. DC is like a broken ass ship, you know. Shit don't look appealing, shit's breaking down, they're in the middle of a fucking storm. But when you go in there, you have the coolest fucking people working their ass off to make sure that broken ass ship is fucking floating the best way it possibly can. You know, you got people in there that have a clear vision of what the fuck they want to do. You have a captain that's just letting people do whatever the fuck they want, and surprisingly, those fucking people are just like miraculously building and fixing shit. Now, again, I'm not saying DC is better than Marvel, but currently, if you look at this year, out of all the fucking comic book movies I've seen, not one of them has come up to even the inch, even the fucking heart and the soul of the Batman. None of them, not one of the Marvel shows has come close to the Batman. I'll even go as far as to say this. Not one, and I repeat, not one of these Disney Plus fucking shows has had the fucking heart and the craftsmanship of fucking Peacemaker. And that's fucking saying something, because I don't even like Peacemaker like that. I think it's a great show, but I don't love it like that. But Peacemaker shits on everything the Disney Plus shows have done. Fucking just shits on them. Alright? And that's saying something, you know. Say whatever you want. Well, oh, fucking Batman is boring. Well, at least it's fucking stylized, all right? And it's a clear vision of a director. And it's not confined, and it isn't shitting on fucking what was set up in the previous world, in the previous franchise, in previous films. You know, it's its own thing. You know, you look at something like fucking The Suicide Squad. And The Suicide Squad is, again, a great movie. And it's not confined to anything. It's not confined to the fucking DCEU. And that's because the DCEU is fucking trash. It's fucking the worst fucking cinematic universe I've ever been a part of. But what is helping it is that since everything's so fucking bonkers and stupid, you have directors coming in and having a voice and having something to say. And when they come in and have something to say, it's meaningful, it's impactful, and you know, it's fun. It's fun. And you know, when I look at Aquaman, you know, it's not the best movie, but it's a James Wan movie. And you could tell when he gets to that part where the trenches, when you get to that part with the trenches and Aquaman and Mera has to go all the way down in the ocean, it's a straight up horror movie. You know, you look at Matt Reeves and you see the scene where Batman is fighting the people in the hallway, and every time, and the only time you can see Batman is when the guns go off and he's just walking close to them and taking them all down. Matt Reeves at his finest, bro. Like again, that works for DC. And I feel like Marvel is just now trying to copy the worst parts of DC, where we want directors to come and do whatever they want. We have inconsistent writing. Just do whatever you want. So now fuck over character development and consistent writing throughout the whole MCU. Throw that in the fucking garbage. Motherfucker, how is it that Shang-Chi's actor, I'm not going to butcher his name, in the MCU, dude is super cool. You listen to him and talk in interviews, he's the hype man of MCU. He is super cool. Why the fuck is he not showing up in anything other than Shang-Chi? Popping up in multiple movies. He should be our gateway into the new MCU, because let's be real, Shang-Chi is the most down-to-earth character in the MCU. Next to Miss Marvel, like, he's the most down-to-earth out of everybody. He's someone you could see yourself getting a drink with, going to karaoke's with. Like, he's super chilled out of everybody in the MCU. He's the most interesting character, and he should be commenting on, well, what the fuck happened at 5 years? You know, how does it affect the Asian community? How does it affect his people that he cares about, bro? Like this is the shit I want to see from Marvel, man. And since we don't have a big hitter, like since we lost Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P., and don't have Tony and Steve Rogers anymore, these characters, these are what we should be promoting. Like, and we haven't been doing that. That's why a lot of these after credit scenes just feel like we just threw shit together and we're kind of alluding to certain things, but none of them are really adding the fuck up right now, bro. And it's fucking annoying, bro. And again, like, you know, I'm not saying everything about fucking Marvel is fucking horrible. I love Spider-Man No Way Home. I love Shang-Chi. I'll still say this, Shang-Chi is still the best. I think it's better than Spider-Man in my opinion, a little bit. You know, I love some of the Disney Plus shows, but some of the Disney Plus shows like fucking WandaVision, I love, like Loki and fucking Moon Knight, I really enjoyed. But I just feel like maybe it's just time to admit, like, yo, Marvel is kind of losing their edge, and a lot of it is because of Kevin Feige. It's just all over the place, man. He's not focused, since there's so much oversaturation of Marvel content, which is, you know, you got the TV shows, but the TV shows are very hit or miss because they do these 6-episode fucking shit and they don't have enough time to fill out its fucking story, so it's just all over the place. And then you have, you know, it's just right after you done watch the movies, you're back into another Marvel movie and you don't have time to really recover or really process or really think about anything. It's just consume. And I would just like it if Marvel would just stop, take a breather, come back, and write characters and write shit better, man. Like, shit, man. Like, this is fucking garbage, bro. Again, there's some things I love about it, but I don't know, man. Kevin Feige, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But not to leave on a negative note, I will say this. San Diego Comic-Con just passed, and Marvel had their presentation. And I just gotta be honest, while I found it to be very, I guess lackluster would be the wrong term, very meh, I will say that Black Panther trailer was very, very beautiful. Despite me not excited for that movie, and despite tons of concerns about that movie, I do think it is the only Marvel movie this year that could possibly be as good as the Batman. So we'll see. The rest of the conference just left me with even more concerns about the MCU, and when they started talking about fucking phase 5 and 6, and now phase 4 is almost over and we're into 5 and 6, I'm just like, bruh, like, no. Oh, fuck. No. I'm not excited for the Daredevil Disney Plus show. Based off of what I've seen from fucking Disney Plus, I'm not excited for that because I know it's going to be a watered down version of Daredevil from Netflix. So I'm not even excited for that. Fucking Deadpool, oh my goodness, get ready for a PG-13 Deadpool movie. Or if it is rated R, it's gonna be a watered down rated R. Like, oh, we can almost get it to PG-13 level. X-Men, woo, the way how they handle political shit with fucking Falcon and the Winter Soldier, oh my goodness, good fucking luck. Cause I hate to break it to you, they are an allegory for racism. So if you're not gonna talk about that shit in the X-Men, whoa boy, get that shit out of my face. Throw that shit in the fucking trash. I don't want to just see Wolverine pop up or any of the X-Men pop up and we ain't talking about political shit, because I'm sorry, that's what the X-Men is, and all the X-Men movie have talked about political shit before, so I don't want to hear that shit, these fucking YouTubers coming out and saying that shit, but it is what it is. He better pitch his ass off, because I'm not impressed. Anywho, I'm sorry for this anger rant, but I just had to say what I had to say. And until next time, Marvel, stay in your fucking lane. DC, stay in their fucking lane, and we all gonna be good. Until next time, guys, stay busy.